Welcome to the Urban Pitch Podcast, the beautiful game of life. Today we have a very special guest, Julia Glanz. Am I pronouncing it right?
You're right.
Okay, but it's probably originally Glanz. Is it German or what is it?
You know what?
Yeah.
Don't hit me with that question
okay, right off the bat?
from the start.
Okay, so you don't know
I don't know.
You don't know your heritage?
I mean, my parents were born and raised in South Africa.
Okay.
Beyond that,
Right.
I'm not 100% sure.
You're not sure if you have a German heritage or not?
I need to go back and check
Okay.
the family tree. I don't know.
So when people ask you, just say, I'm just a white girl?
Yeah.
Growing up in SoCal?
Basic, yeah.
Okay. Keep it simple. It's fine. Where did you grow up, by the way?
Santa Monica, California.
Okay. But you went to school in U of A?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why did you
Bear down.
choose U of A instead of, one of these awesome schools like UCLA or,
You know what?
Uh-huh.
The recruiting process, I wasn't 100% into. And I
You
was
weren't
kind
into
of,
it? You mean you weren't into it or they weren't into it?
I wasn't at the time. I think I was more focused on,
Boys?
hanging out with friends
Okay.
and
High school stuff.
at that age, yeah.
Okay.
And
but you played D1.
I did.
Okay, so you got recruited.
Yeah.
So you were getting recruited by different schools at that time.
Yeah.
But you weren't super focused on, I want to go to this particular school or this
Right.
program. Really?
I had UCSB in my mind. I
Okay.
was set on staying in California.
Okay. UCSB, not because of the soccer program necessarily, but just the whole scene
Beach
and vibe.
vibe,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, because you grew up in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Got it.
And you know what? I went to the University of Arizona. I visited. I saw the weight room. I fell in love, and
Really?
the rest was history.
Weight room? I think all colleges have decent weight rooms.
No,
though.
that one's special.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's how now you've parlayed that into being a strength and conditioning coach, right? Because that obviously your love of weight rooms and working out.
Yeah. I mean, it goes a little bit further than that, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So then let's talk about. So what is it that you do right now?
So I am a strength and conditioning coach. Right now I'm getting my master's to become a registered dietitian.
Mm-hmm.
And I also do online coaching, online workout programs.
Okay. So that's a full-time. I don't want to call it a gig, but full-time profession.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's call it a gig.
sure.
Whatever. No. Okay. So that's your full-time profession though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then is that how you make a living then?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it online stuff or is it actual clients that you see face to face on
A
a
little
daily
bit
basis?
of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's kind of which one do you like better? Because I feel like the online has so much more potential now, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because how many clients can you really see in a day, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's kind of what made me want to go online, just so I can have a bigger reach. And I was getting all these questions about what to do, what to eat, all these things. And
Okay. Through social media? Okay. So so after your school, you did you continue soccer?
no,
Okay.
So-
How was the soccer experience then? The college soccer experience?
it was the best experience of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that good?
Mainly because I had the most amazing teammates
Okay.
who are still my best friends. So
Okay.
when you're surrounded by your best friends,
Right. But then they're all scattered now, right? Because
Unfortunately.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then they're not all living in California. Or anything.
Right.
Okay. All right. So then, what was so great about the college experience? Because I imagine we've talked a lot with other players, guys and girls that played college, and it's pretty stressful, right? Because you're trying to balance sports and college,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a full-time job when you're in
Yeah.
there. You wake up early for weights, you go to class, study hall, studying, practice.
How'd you guys do, by the way?
Well, good question.
Yeah. How'd you guys do?
So I got there my freshman year. We won one game. Yeah.
Okay. And how many
One
games?
game.
How many games were there? In a
18
season?
in a
In the regular
season.
season, right?
Correct.
Okay. But
So-
are you including preseason too and all that?
Yes.
And you guys won one game.
One game.
Okay, so you didn't do your research before you went there on the program, or
You
what?
know what?
Yeah.
Not really.
Really? Okay, so then were you shocked?
I was 17 years old.
I know.
wasn't.
Yeah, but you played club, right? Obviously,
did,
right?
yeah.
And then, but when you're 16, 17, this is the way I I'm not an expert in this or anything by any means, but when I see 15, 16, 17-year-old girls that are in the club, world.
Yeah.
They're hyper focused on making it to college, right?
Right.
And so they're so competitive, and they're looking at all their options and looking at which program. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You weren't like that, or what?
I mean, I was
You were,
to an
okay.
extent, but I wasn't gung ho about it either.
Okay.
So it was a little bit of both.
So you weren't necessarily set in playing soccer in college?
No, I was.
You were?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I didn't know I'd play D1.
Oh, okay.
I thought, like, I mean, at the time, I was
Yeah.
like, am I good enough?
Yeah.
All these things.
Okay.
And
So was it like a confidence thing back then, or what? Because I don't feel like
I
you-
mean, I
yeah.
played in one of the best club teams in
Which
the country,
one?
Slammers.
Okay.
And
Yeah, yeah.
so I was.
You knew you were gonna make it to
th-
school,
yeah.
right? But you weren't sure what level.
Right.
But you had multiple D1 offers, or was U of A the only
Yeah,
one?
I came down to Northeastern and
Okay.
Boston and U of A, and I visited both.
Okay.
And I love the sun. I
Right.
don't like
Yeah,
the
the
cold.
weather and all that, huh? Yeah, yeah.
And U of
Okay.
A sold me. And
Okay.
so-
And then you got there, and you're like, yeah, this is the best thing on earth, and the weather, and then you guys only won one game for it. freshman.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then, okay, was there a progression and a happy ending onto this story, or what?
There absolutely
Okay, let's hear
was.
it. Yeah.
Fast forward 4 years.
Okay.
A couple of changes within the program,
And when you say within the program,
we-
we're talking coaching changes or what? Man, this
coaching,
fly is killing me.
players, new
Okay.
recruits,
Okay.
all the things
okay,
that
so
make.
so when you say players, like people are graduating, and also like there's shifting where
Mm-hmm.
people are getting, how like were players getting dropped too, or what? Where they lose their. I know.
Great.
I know. This is like this is podcast not only on audio, but it's on video, so
Okay,
they're gonna be like
perfect.
seeing this fly, like chase us all around everywhere.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Adding an extra person.
That happens, right?
I forgot what I was saying now.
Players shifting,
Oh, yeah.
changes, and all that.
Yeah. So anyway, fast
Yeah.
forward to my senior year, we
Okay.
made it to the NCAA tournament for the first time in
Okay.
over a decade, and so that was pretty
Okay.
special to
So-
be a part
All
of.
right. So senior year, whatever. How many games, like roughly, did you guys win in order to make the the playoffs?
We were above
500.
yeah, exactly.
So over 9 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10, 12, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But then after you had that experience, did you have aspirations, or you thought you might try to take it further?
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Freshman year, I had a strength coach that I loved.
Mm-hmm.
I loved being in the weight room. And then sophomore year, we switched strength coaches,
Mm-hmm.
and I had another coach that like truly believed in me at the time. And when you have that person in your life, you feel like you can accomplish anything. And from that moment on, I spent like every second in the weight room because that was a profession I wanted to pursue.
Okay. In
And
terms
so-
of, outside of soccer, you're saying, right?
Yeah, being
Okay.
a college strength and conditioning
Oh, okay.
coach.
So that was your goal at the time. Okay.
So that was sophomore year, and so I
Okay.
devoted all my studies to nutrition and physiology. I spent every second I could in the weight room just being a sponge to all my coaches, and
Okay.
yeah.
So that's how it happened. That's where you are today, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you didn't want to go pro soccer or anything like that. Okay. So when you're, earlier you're talking about how it's tough in college. Do you think, it's a touchy subject, but do you think players should get paid to play?
In college?
Yeah, in college. Because you know how there's
Beyond
not,
a scholarship?
Yeah, beyond a scholarship. Because you know how there's all this controversy where a lot of athletes, student athletes, right? Their focus is, even though they say you're, student athlete, the schools, depending on like what sport, like basketball, football, for sure, they're like, they emphasize the sports aspect because there's so much money in it, right?
Right.
What do you think? Like, were you able to like maintain that balance, or is it kind of?
I mean, I was on a full ride,
Yeah.
so I got lucky.
Yeah.
Food was paid for, my house was paid for.
Yeah.
I mean, they did pass a rule in the NCAA where we can get one meal. That was, I
What do
think,
you
my
mean, one
senior
meal?
year.
Okay, one meal, what?
Like
Extra?
Yeah, like
Okay.
for free,
Okay.
provided, I
Okay,
guess.
What do you mean, per day, or how does that work?
Yeah.
Okay,
Monday,
but aren't you
Friday.
getting like a stipend or whatever to be able to pay for that anyways, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, but then
yeah,
they're saying
but
you
if you're not on scholarship, you don't.
Okay, so if you're not on scholarship, you get one free meal.
Yeah, if you're on the team, yeah.
That's kind of rough, man. So I would use
Yeah.
that for dinners, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can choose. I don't know how
Yeah.
it works anywhere else,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think, no.
Yeah, I think it depends on the sport too, right? Because there's not like a ton of money being generated by certain sports,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, like.
I mean, you play the game because you love
Love
it,
it, yeah.
and you're rewarded with free education, which is
Yeah.
huge. And, I mean, you should be pretty grateful for that
Right.
if you get that far, so.
Yeah. Do you follow women's soccer?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
So what do you like? You root for the U.S.
Of
you
course,
team?
yes.
Yeah, I mean they dominate, right?
They're amazing.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like known that that California produces like top talent, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah, and it's probably because of the weather, right?
Who knows?
You know, I mean, they play like year round,
Yeah.
right? Instead of being able to only play like 3 to 6
yeah.
months, right?
Or just California's the best state. So, I don't know.
Maybe that might be it, right?
Broad statement.
Right. All right. So then after college, how did you transition to what you're doing now? It wasn't just like, easy, right?
Right.
Yeah. What'd you start off doing first?
I mean, I knew I wanted to be a college strength and conditioning coach. And so as soon as I got done playing my senior year, I told my strength coach at the time, I'm like, I'm going to come intern with you when I'm done. He was like, nah, no, you're not. Like, joking.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I am. And so whatever, fast forward to spring semester of my senior year, I interned under my strength coach at Arizona. And then I interned at UCLA that summer. And then I got a job at UC Irvine. So I worked there for a year. And then I wanted to pursue my master's. I went into Arizona wanting to be a dietitian, but with the school load and playing soccer, I couldn't manage it personally, and so I didn't. And then fast forward, I got opportunity to get a graduate assistant position at TCU. And they had the program that I wanted to pursue, and I got to coach women's soccer, which was like a dream to me.
Oh, so you were coaching the
strength and conditioning coach for women's soccer.
Oh, so you were? Okay. Okay, so you were on the staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I got offered this opportunity, packed my bags, drove to Texas, knew nobody.
Right.
Lived on one of the coaches' couches for 2 weeks until I found a place to live. And so I spent the year in Fort Worth coaching and getting my master's, and now I'm here finishing up at Cal State LA.
So how long were you in Texas for?
1 year.
1 year. Okay. That was a great experience. Now you're back here.
Yeah.
And you're still in your master's program right now.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. When you're in the college setting coaching, it's very time consuming. And because you're coaching, you're helping, you're supporting the athletes and staff and coaching staff. And you can't really do both with this program that I'm in right now to become a registered dietitian. So I had to make that decision, and so I came back home.
Okay, so you're not currently coaching then?
Not in college,
not
no.
in college. Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah.
And so, so do you is like your emphasis on athletes? You know what I mean? Because
it's what I know and what I love.
Okay.
But I think coming back home and I guess being involved in a different population and a different friend group and seeing, a different population, for lack of better words, I love helping and I love supporting and I love bridging the gap between where people are and where they want to be. Okay. And finding what's holding them back or what steps they need to take to get there. So.
Well, what's your typical clientele? Are they
if I had like an ideal client?
Not an ideal. Who do you have? Like who are the ones that reach out to you for coaching services?
Girls 18 to 30.
Okay.
35.
Okay. So no guys.
Yes,
right?
but I mean.
What? Guys can,
yeah.
Okay, they can hire you. Yeah, they can work with you, right?
Of course, yeah.
But you're saying mostly girls.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're saying 18 to like 35, what are the 18, 19, 20-year-olds looking for? Are they trying to
toning?
Toning. Okay. So they're
and
not like
diet.
Okay.
And,
So it's more like for lifestyle, right? They're not looking for you to take their like sports to the next level or anything.
I've gotten parents ask me to coach their kids and take them to the next level in that aspect as well. Okay. I haven't necessarily gone there yet. So.
How do people find you?
Instagram.
Mostly, yeah.
That's mostly word of mouth, yeah.
Okay. And I mean, your Instagram page is pretty decent now, right? What do you have, like?
Pretty decent, yeah.
What, 5, 10, 15, 20, what?
18.
18 what?
1,000.
Oh, okay.
18 friends.
1,800. No, not 18, like 1,800. Yeah, okay, so 18,000. How long did it take to, like, get it going and all that? And is it all you? Yeah.
I started this past July, so.
July, okay, so it's been not even a year.
Not even a year.
Okay, so when you started in July, that was that's when you launched it, the account?
No, I had it throughout college, but it was just,
it was your personal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't strength and conditioning coach, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it's kind of crazy how the world works, but I was in New York training at a gym and someone approached me and they were like, "Are you a fitness Instagram model?" I'm like, "No."
That sounds like a pickup line. Was it a girl or a guy? Was it a girl or a guy?
It was a guy, but it wasn't. It was like a genuine question.
Okay. What was the question again? Say it one more time.
Like, are you a fitness Instagram model?
That sounds like a big complaint.
No.
It's just genuinely curious.
He was asking,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm like, because he was interested in maybe like getting more information, you know what I mean? Because then if I was interested in getting help, right? I wouldn't ask, are you a fitness Instagram model? I'd be like, are you, you know?
I'm going to interrupt you, yeah, because he did have an app that he was looking for fitness professionals who had a following on Instagram to be a part of this
join
app.
that network? Okay, what is that app, by the way? You want to shout them out?
It was called Fitner. I think they changed the name,
Okay.
and I'm not 100% sure
Okay,
what
yeah.
that one was. But
Okay.
super grateful for this guy because he put it in my head. He was like, oh, it's not that hard. Like, you work out every day. You just film it and post it. And
So that's how it happened.
Yeah.
He gave you
and
the
so-
idea to do that. Okay. And so you started
And I was
doing
like, okay, well, in the college setting, you can't really
film?
develop your own brand.
Okay,
And so
right.
now that I was out of it, I was like more curious about it. And people had told me to do it before, and I'm like, nah, it takes too much time. Like, I don't want to. I just like working out.
Yeah, but you just like
And
working
so-
out, but you're looking for clients too, right?
Yeah, not actively looking, but
Okay.
I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. Okay.
And so, anyway, I started posting every day. He's just like, be consistent. Think of 3 pillars that you stand by, and those are strength, health, and gratitude. And so every one of my posts lies under that foundation, and post it every day. I got, you know, when I moved back to LA, I was very lucky and landed with the right people,
Okay.
the right friend group who are so loving and supportive, and I'm so grateful for them.
Okay.
And who have helped me also
So what do you-
build
what-
to
okay.
where I'm at right
So
now.
when you say about that friend group, are you talking about like-minded individuals that are in the same field?
Very, yeah,
then you guys all
like-minded
kinda help each
individuals
other
in the
out, or-
same field,
Okay.
entrepreneurs
Got it.
doing their own thing, active on Instagram, and just all have the same purpose and goal in mind, which is just to help other people.
Okay.
So
It's really hard to navigate through that social media world, though, right? Don't you think?
yes, for someone.
So many different reasons, right?
So many different
Yeah.
reasons. There's so much out there,
Okay.
and it's hard when you're not very educated on
Okay.
it yourself. So that's why you look to social media to get educated. And there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and there's like the full gamut, right? Because you have, because you know that it's murky, right? Because there's people that are, how do I phrase it properly? That like they're just making money based on their looks. You know what I'm saying? Versus, and so like it gets blended all together, and so the people that look at the profiles, you might get lumped in together in a certain category. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like who's
and
that one girl?
you know
Who's
what?
that? Like Jennifer Selter? You know what I'm talking about? She has like millions of followers, right? But she's
Yeah.
not really a coach or anything, right? And she's not a professional in that sense.
Right.
But
And
they
I
might
mean-
you might get lumped into that world, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And if she's inspiring women or men to
Which I'm
move
sure she
and
is.
to be
Uh-huh.
healthy,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
All the more power to her.
And I think you're definitely right in that it's murky, but you do have your credentialed coaches and nutritionists and PTs and that, and then you have people putting their interpretation of
Right.
what they know out.
Sure.
And so you get both.
Yeah, you must get approached a lot on Instagram then, right?
I do.
Okay, and what are the wide ranges of, you get the professional inquiries, and then you get the non-professional inquiries as well, right? what's the ratio? 50-50 or like 90-10?
Definitely more professional
Really?
and more
That's good.
asking for help
Okay.
than non-professional, I think. Yeah.
Then the sliding into the DMs and just like,
Yeah.
okay.
And that's a lot of the reason is, I may be in a sports bra, but I'm not flaunting
That's true.
my body,
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
And
just
so
just gratuitously.
I do it to educate
Okay.
my audience,
Right. Right. Okay.
not to show off
Right.
or
Okay.
so.
That's good. So then what happens when you get inquiries? Have you gotten like business through Instagram as well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what are some of the kind of the different business opportunities that you get?
Different sponsors
Okay.
and trying out new products and different
Ads.
clothing
To do ads, right?
and different commercials.
Have
and
you done sponsored like ads through your
No.
You haven't yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Why not?
Haven't gotten there yet.
No,
Not that popular.
No, but I mean, like, it's not. You've gotten inquiries where people are like hitting you up for and giving you product. You're saying, right? And try it out then.
Right.
Okay, so they're giving you like free product though. Okay, and hopefully you will do like a shout out or whatever, right? Okay, so let's make a note of that. We'll give her some free product too.
Yeah.
And then hopefully.
I'm so open. Shoes, size 7.
Yeah. Okay, what else? Shoes, size 7.
Sports bra, leggings.
We don't have any sports bras. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Top, medium, small, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Small.
So you like getting, free gear and all that, right? What are some of the stuff
I
that
mean,
you?
who doesn't?
I know, right? Everyone likes swag, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what are the stuff that you have gotten that you know what I mean so far?
Clothing.
Okay.
Shoes.
Okay. But those are all like more.
One I'm actually really love is Toomey water, and I will give them a shout out because
Toomey water.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's turmeric, and it's a curcumin blend, and turmeric's super good for its anti-inflammatory properties, and
Okay.
so that's one partnership I have right now, which I stand behind, because a lot of times I won't necessarily take and do a partnership if I don't believe in it 100% and it doesn't align with like my values. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But then like clothing wise, are they more like sports or athleisure type companies that have given you, or are we talking like high heels and stuff like that? Like
No, but I'm open to high heels
okay,
too.
so like Jimmy Choo's,
Yeah.
right? Or
I'll take it.
Manolo Blahniks or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You'll take it, right?
Yeah, balance.
Yeah. All right. So what's the next kind of phase of your career that you're looking to do?
So I finish my master's degree next May, so I still have another year with that.
Okay.
I am going to release another online program. That's the
Okay.
first time I'm saying it out loud.
Okay. So you're gonna release an online program.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what,
I have
what is
a
that?
body weight one that's I already released, and this one's going to be more towards lifting weights in the weight room and how to navigate through different gyms and walk in there with confidence and knowing the proper form and the right progressive overload and for your body. So
So this will be like videos.
videos,
Free videos?
written description. It will not be free now.
Okay. So then it'll be like a paid subscription. Okay. Is it
A paid program,
Paid
yeah.
program.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it an app or is it?
No,
Okay.
so I use a platform on the computer, and you can pull it up on your phone. So,
Oh, got it. Okay.
or I might do an app. I don't know. I haven't really decided what platform I'm going to use yet, so we'll see.
Okay, but you already have it in mind that this is something already in the
Yeah,
works.
the program's pretty much written out. I just have to film and do the other back end stuff. So,
Wait, where do you normally work out at then?
oh, I'm everywhere.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
like multiple gym memberships.
I don't have
Okay.
gym memberships.
You don't have gym
I'm
memberships?
a floater. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have any formal gym membership. Okay, so
Not
then,
tied down.
Okay, but then you do work out at gyms.
Yeah.
Right, because I've seen some of your videos. You're in gyms then, right?
Yeah.
So then, how are you doing that then? Just sneaking in through the back door? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going? Yeah. No.
Friends that work there, or I
Okay.
pay for a day pass,
Okay.
or
So then
yeah.
why don't? That's kind of odd to me that you are a professional, but you don't have a gym membership.
Yeah.
It's because you just don't want to be tied down to a specific gym.
Yeah.
Or are you looking to get that free sponsorship deal?
No, I'll take it, but no.
Okay.
Just, I also, because there's a gym on campus, and so my schedule is kind of all over the place that
You don't
I'm
really
not
need one, you're saying, right?
always
Yeah.
in one place.
Okay.
So,
And then are you? Because I've looked at some of the videos, but you're into like using like equipment, right? It's not like you're one of those go at the park and just
yeah.
squat
I love
up and
lifting.
down. Yeah, you like you need weights and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. You need equipment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you go to gyms and that's part of the program, or you have access to equipment and whatnot, right?
The one I'm
Yeah.
going to release,
Yeah.
yes, you will need to have access to a
Okay.
gym, yeah.
So the thing that I found a little curious when you said like have confidence to go into a gym. You heard that from some of your clients?
Yeah. So a lot of the times because I ask for feedback too, because I want to know what I can help them with and how I can support. And so a lot of the girls say, I'm not confident enough. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I don't know where to start, or I get kind of insecure when I see people like know what they're doing, or big guys lifting at the dumbbell rack, or
Right.
I mean, there's a whole list of things. And so I think when you have the confidence that you're going there to work out for yourself, that's your time. You can go own the gym because you have every right to be there just like everyone else. And so I think when people start to have that mindset walking into different gyms,
Right.
it'll give them the confidence
Yeah.
to go and do it and make it a habit,
Right.
you know?
Right. Okay. I feel a little bit of the that there's that aspect, but then there's also the other aspect where like girls are super confident now, where because like different body types. You know how before like 10, 15 years ago maybe like it was a very specific body type that they considered ideal or good, but now like I think like almost any female that wears yoga pants looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like right? You could be smaller, bigger,
Yeah.
right?
My
And,
mom
like,
just bought her first pair of Lululemons last
oh,
night.
really? Yeah. Like, they all look good in yoga pants, right? Are you like a fan of yoga pants?
I'm wearing them right now,
So
yeah.
you're a fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're trying, so,
Put that on your list of things to do.
Yeah. Right.
Urban pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Like athleisure, right? It's huge now, right? Yeah, but I feel like girls nowadays are super confident when they do go into gyms. You know what I mean? Like before, girls or females didn't really go in like the weight section. You know what I mean? But now that there's like the CrossFit movement, like there's a lot more females and younger girls that are going into, the squat rack. You know what I mean? And doing like lifts, like big lifts versus just doing, the cardio side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely lately been a big push for getting strong and the benefits it has not only on confidence and body looking but just in terms of like longevity and bone density and building muscle mass increases metabolism and there's so many benefits to getting strong, and I think that now that more body types are accepted, what have you,
Right.
girls and females are more inclined to go to the gym. So, yeah.
Good. So now, where do you live now?
Santa Monica.
Oh, you're back Santa Monica. That's
Yeah,
like
I'm
your
never
hometown.
leaving.
You're never leaving?
I love it.
I feel like you might the way you look and the way people might approach you is like really different from maybe you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say it the right way. Like
careful now.
Yeah, you don't judge a book by its cover, right? I feel like if someone meets you, they might get a whole different kind of on first impression than who you are. Does that happen a lot?
I've gotten that
the
my
LA
whole
lifestyle,
life,
right?
yeah.
Well, first of all, you're super into fitness and all that, so like it feels weird. Like, are you into going out and are you into partying or how's that like?
I mean,
weekends?
I love wine.
Okay.
I love wine tasting.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather watch TED Talks and read books and have good, meaningful, deep conversations with my friends.
Right.
Then go out to the club.
Yeah, you don't do that. You're not into the clubbing, partying scene.
No.
Were you ever?
A little bit in college, of course.
Okay.
I mean,
but even in college, it's not like you can really like party, right? Because you're an athlete.
Yeah. So I had my little 6 months senior year of college where we went out quite often.
After the season ended, you mean? Or, okay. So
Yeah.
and then celebrating and all that.
Yeah, but I was never really a big partier or big drinker. It was just more for social gatherings to be around my friends and dance and
Right. So then, what scene are you into like in LA then? Like what areas do you like to hang out in?
I guess you can call it the fitness scene.
Fitness scenes? Okay. Is that,
I mean, I surround myself.
That sounds like a rager.
It's the best rager ever.
What are you guys doing? Just like meeting on the weekends or what? Like what? Give me like paint the picture for me because it doesn't sound that fun to me.
I mean, like,
and I love sports, by the way.
We're all busy individuals, and I think that the best time to hang out with your friends is to just sweat with them and to work out with them and learn from each other, and so it's kind of what that looks like. And then, of course, we go out to dinner and talk more about fitness. And
yeah, it's like almost a cult, But
It is.
Are you into like CrossFit, by the way? Speaking of cults. No, just kidding.
I've actually never been to a class.
Okay. So you never tried it?
Never tried it.
Okay. But you're super into lifting weights. I would have thought that you would have like friends that are in that scene.
I don't.
I guess you're more kind of, right, a little bit like, obviously you do lifts, right, but you're a little bit different, huh?
I think they're very different.
Okay. So tell me how.
I think CrossFit versus college strength and conditioning.
Yep.
There's a progressive 4-year plan for the athletes.
Okay.
CrossFit, I don't know because I've never been. So.
Okay, got it. All right, so what's up with you on the personal front, relationship-wise? Are you single, married? What's going on?
I have a boyfriend.
You have a
He is
boyfriend,
the
okay.
director of sports performance at UCSB.
Okay, obviously
So-
he's got to be a super fit guy, right?
Duh.
Okay, so and he is the what at UCSB now?
Director of sports performance. So he sees
Okay,
the
for
whole department.
Overall, so all the different.
All the sports, all the
okay.
athletes
wow,
there.
Okay, so he's super high up there. Sounds
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Okay, and
He's
is
the
he like-
boss.
He's the boss. Okay, maybe you can give me a job over there.
Yeah.
And is he like super into fitness as well?
Yeah.
Okay, how'd you guys meet then?
It's out in the open now, so it's great.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, well you guys were like,
no,
oh,
he
yeah,
was
because
a
when you were
coach.
there, right?
Well, he was a coach at UCLA when I was an intern.
Oh, he was?
And
Oh.
that's how I met him. Our core values aligned. I remember hearing him speak the first week I got there, and everything he says, I'm like, what the heck? This guy's literally like reading my mind right now. I don't even know him. So just from that aspect,
Okay.
same lifestyle, same values, and yeah, we hit it off, and 2.5 years later,
Wow,
here we are.
it's a long time. Okay.
We didn't start
Awesome.
dating until after the internship.
Oh,
though,
it's
so.
okay. I mean, like, you know, like, you guys are both adults, right? But you just think
We did it the right way.
Professionally, right? Yeah,
Professionally,
because
we
you're an
did it the
internship.
right way.
Right.
Right.
So you waited day after, and then, like.
Yeah.
So who approached you then? Who made the first move?
This is funny.
Yeah.
He tricked me.
Okay, let's hear it. 'Cause we're all about,
He-
like, learning moves.
Yeah, this is a good
Yeah,
one.
good for the
Okay.
guys out there. Listen carefully.
Here we
right?
go.
Okay, there we go.
No, he invited me to a concert, Kenny Chesney concert,
Okay.
and I thought
Well,
we were
you're
going.
into- Okay,
What?
okay, so country?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
love
you guys are
country.
both into country music? Okay, so he knew you were into country.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kenny Chesney concert. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. But, you know, if
And-
other guys out there into hip hop, whatever, we can, you know, translate it into
Oh,
like hip hop
yeah.
concert.
Any
Okay, Drake.
concert,
All right. go.
yeah.
All right. So invited
Bowling,
you to
doesn't matter.
Bowling. Okay, so invited you to a concert.
Yes.
Country music, okay.
And I thought we were going as a whole group.
Okay. So why did you think
And-
that though?
Well, because
Okay.
the way it was worded,
Okay. Yeah.
my
that's the key.
interpretation
Right. So
of
it's like, hey, we're all gonna
Yeah.
we're all gonna go to a concert. You want to go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
like, if I
Smooth.
buy tickets, you want to go? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's a fly.
I know. Fly's back. Yeah, he's interested.
Anyway, the
Okay.
day before,
Okay.
I was like, oh, because I mean, we were around the whole staff, and I was like, oh.
Oh, because you thought it was like a staff thing, right?
Yeah, I thought
yeah.
we were all going to go together.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, you can take someone else. Like, you don't have to take me.
What do you mean take somebody else? What does that mean?
Like, go with someone else to the concert. Because I realized we
Yeah.
were just going us two. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, crap, it's a date. And so,
Oh, okay.
and so I gave him an out, you know.
What do you mean an out? Like, how do you give him an out?
Well, because I said, I don't, like, you can
Well,
go with someone else.
Okay. Why would you need to give him an out if he's the one that's like masterminding this thing? Why would he need an out?
Well, I didn't know he was masterminding it at the time.
Right. Okay.
Anyway.
Right. So
And
that's how it happened. So you thought it was like a group outing kind of deal,
Yeah.
and then you quickly realized no, it's like just one-on-one.
Yeah.
And so you gave him an opportunity, like, hey, this is one-on-one. So do you
Yeah.
really know what's going on
Yeah.
here? And then he said, yeah, it's fine. So he picked you up or whatever.
Yeah, and he
And
was
then-
like, yeah. So I gave him an out, and he was like, you're the only girl I want to go with. And I was like,
Ooh.
nope.
Okay.
It's a date.
Wait. But then
I was like,
this-
here we go.
Okay. Right. But then you were still in the internship program.
No.
Oh, this is after the internship program.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't know about this time. I don't know about this timeline. Something doesn't sound right to me. You know what I mean? Unless it was like an
Anyway.
alumni function or something. You know what I mean? I think yeah, I'm good at like ferreting things out. What?
There's a difference between
a
going
date.
out to
Okay.
a concert
A
and
platonic
dating.
concert and dating.
You
Right.
know?
Right. There's a difference between date and dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Could have been going to
Right.
as friends.
Okay.
You know?
So then you guys had a blast at the Kenny Chesney
Of course, how
concert.
can you not? Yeah,
Okay.
it was fun.
Where was it at?
Rose Bowl.
Okay. And then that's from there.
And then, yeah, I was still in my internship. And then after, we just started hanging out. And yeah,
So how much? What's the age disparity? 'Cause it's-
he is 31,
Okay, and how old are you?
24.
Okay, that's pretty decent, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, good
I
age
think
gap.
guys mature a little later. So I think it works out.
I think guys do mature just slightly, a little bit later. Right, so
If
it
at
works
all.
out.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Okay, so that sounds like you guys have like a good thing going on. What do you have to I guess in terms of like soccer, right? Because I feel like Urban Pitch, we talk about all kinds of different things, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about what's happening in the soccer world? Like, are you following the World Cup now, or
You're
I'm
gonna make me
gonna ask
look
you all these technical questions. No, I'm not
bad.
gonna ask you any technical questions about like the best formation.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I love soccer. I
Okay.
watch it when it's on. I don't follow anyone. I'm not super invested. When the games are on, I kind of do get invested.
Yeah, you don't even know you don't even know your parents' heritage, so you don't even have a different country to root for since the U.S. is out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay, are you gonna go home and ask your parents if they have German heritage?
Oh, I'm gonna grill them with questions about where my ancestors
I know, right?
are
How do you?
from.
That blows my mind though. Like, you never talked about it though.
Of course we have.
Oh,
I
okay,
just,
okay.
don't
you weren't
remember.
sure. Yeah, you just weren't sure if Glanz is, like a German last name or not, right? Just that part.
Yeah.
Okay. But so then I don't want to go over it. But what is the heritage then? What do you think? You don't
German,
know at all? Yeah.
some Russian.
Mm-hmm. You're just
Something.
throwing things out there.
I
right
am
now.
so throwing things out there. These are the words
I
I've
know.
kind of heard in the back of my head.
Oh, because you're into sausages, right? Your family dinners, and so you feel like there's some German in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's terrible.
Did you say we're into sausages?
No, you're into sausages, like during family Thanksgiving, or I don't know, right? Based on the food. Because culture is based on food,
Yeah,
right?
well, in South
culture.
Africa, they have like biltong, which is like sausage.
Okay.
I don't eat it though.
Okay.
I'm like super different.
Okay. Are you okay? But are you like vegan or
No?
Okay, so you're into meat and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, good
Okay.
sources of quality protein I'm into. Yes.
Oh, man, all your answers are always so structured and rehearsed. Good sources.
I'm a
of
very structured person.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have a very, very structured life, like daily routine and all that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So like you wake up at a certain time, and when do you work out then? How about that?
First thing in the morning, usually.
First thing in the morning?
After coffee, but yeah.
Okay. First coffee.
First coffee.
Okay. So wake up.
Then work out.
Coffee. Workout.
Yeah.
How many times a week do you work out?
5 to 6. Usually, always
That's it?
one day off.
Okay. One day off out of the week.
Yeah, one or
then-
two.
Okay. 5 to 6.
Yeah.
And then, do you do any other sports besides that? Besides your workouts, you supplement it or no? Because
With sports?
Because we talked about you haven't played soccer in a while, right?
Right.
Do you do other stuff too, besides working out?
No,
No.
I lift,
Basketball, nothing?
run.
Lift?
No, I'm
Okay.
not. I have like zero hand-eye coordination.
What
so.
are you talking about? You played college soccer.
Yeah, with
Okay.
my feet and head.
Oh, okay.
So.
Talking about zero hand-eye coordination.
Hand-eye
Okay, so you
coordination,
got
yeah.
foot-eye coordination
Yes.
and headers and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but
Yeah.
not, tennis
Yeah.
or basketball or that kind of stuff.
And then also I would love to play pickup, but they're also at 8 or 9 p.m. And that's just too late,
Too late
for
for
me.
you? Why? Are you going to sleep at 10 or something?
Nighttime's my time to read and
Okay.
stuff.
So what time do you go? What time do you wake up? And what time do you go to sleep then?
I always get 8 hours of sleep. I
Okay.
try to.
Right.
Minimum.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I usually go to bed at midnight, wake up around 8. So.
Okay. It's kind of like normal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My normal.
Yeah, your normal schedule. But you're pretty busy throughout the week with your business and clients and all that.
Right.
How many clients a week do you see?
Depends.
Roughly.
Depends.
100?
0 right now.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you may have a few during the week, right?
Right.
Okay. But you're not seeing it's not all throughout the day you're seeing
No,
clients.
no, no,
Okay.
no.
And that's not your goal either, though.
No.
Because you're trying to do more offline,
I like
online
my
platform.
time.
You like
Yes.
your time. So then, okay. So after you do your workout, because I'm trying to get figure out which schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after your workout, then what are you kind of doing during the day?
Class.
You're taking your class,
Right.
Right.
So
Finishing
I'm
up.
in school full time,
Yep.
and I start my internship in May, and it goes from May till August, and that's it's 1,200 hours in 8 months, so
Got it.
it's a
You're
full
still a
time
full-time
job.
student, right? Mm-hmm. Is the fitness world super competitive? Because amongst the females, especially in LA area, and you know what I mean. Everyone's trying to carve their
Yeah.
own niche, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, competitive maybe, but I think if you present yourself and show up authentically, you attract your people who are attracted to you. And so I think there's space for everyone, you don't have to try and be someone else, which I didn't always think that too.
Okay.
Coming into this space, I was
Right.
kind of felt like, oh, I have to be like this person. She has so many followers. She's so peppy and all that. I'm like, that's not me. So,
not you. Okay.
yeah. So just, I think showing up authentically, and that really attracts your type of people anyway. And so I don't believe that there's competition, what have you, but it's definitely saturated.
Okay.
So.
Got it. So you don't have. Okay, I know it's kind of a related question, but so how did you grow up? Do you have siblings or no?
I have an
Okay.
older brother and an older sister.
Okay, so you're the youngest. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then you guys were like super competitive growing up, or?
I always wanted to like hang out with my brother and play with him.
So brother, sister, you, or?
So sister, brother, me.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you always tagged along with your brother.
Not necessarily, but he played soccer first, and so I always like wanted to play, and yeah.
And that's how kind of you got into soccer. Kind of like doing what big brother's doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they all?
And then like playing with my dad when we'd go watch my brother play, and then got into it as soon as I can probably run. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they all into into the fitness world as well?
No.
No, it's just you.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of weird because I saw your on Instagram. You had like like the older pictures and whatnot, and you were like really skinny and like frail or something like that, right? Wasn't that it? Okay, maybe.
No.
Right, maybe
I was like a little boy.
No. Okay, so was it the one where you was like you had to get stronger in order to compete, right?
I mean,
no, okay.
Not my story,
No,
but
are you sure? I have to look it up right now. No,
you should have done your research.
No. So
I'm
isn't
just
it
kidding.
like where the reason why you got into fitness was because you had to get stronger in order to take it to the next level? No.
Okay. Oh, I see where. Yes.
Right?
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So this was a very pivotal moment in my life. My club coach.
Exactly. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That post.
Well, it wasn't stronger. Get your verbiage right.
Fine.
I'm very structured.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we were at a tournament, and I was on the field, and I was bent over, and this may be a little more information than people want, but I'm very transparent, so it's fine.
You're bent over.
I was bent over because I had really bad period cramps, and my coach thought it was because I was out of shape, that I was tired, bent over.
Right.
And so he called me out in front of the whole team, and he was like, Julia, if you continue to do what you're doing, like referring to my lack of fitness, your soccer career is going to be done. Right. And that like really stuck a dagger into my heart. And I was like, let it sink a little. And I was like, fuck that. And so sorry if I'm allowed to cuss. No. That moment on, I spent every day in the gym, if not twice a day, working on my fitness. And I immediately, because when you're that out of shape, anything works. So
yeah. So then you were more on the lower end of the fitness level compared to
I was always behind.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Slow and out of shape. And so, spent every day in the gym and realized how much that like benefited my performance on the field, but also confidence and like all these things. And so
it was a motivating thing from that coach though, right? It wasn't a demotivating thing.
No, it hurt, but it hurt me because I wanted it so bad. And so I did it.
Okay, so that's now
and then I got to college, and I was like top 5 in our fitness tests coming in. And so, yeah.
So then what age was that when you made that transition to like really focus on fitness?
15.
15. Okay, got it. So by the time you were in college, like 3 years later or whatnot.
Yeah.
So you were super fit.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's a great story, right? See, it was that one post was like a side-by-side photo,
yes,
right?
Yes. Okay, well, because strength was never the issue, because I was always like a solid player.
Okay, so it wasn't strength, it was fitness. Okay, it was conditioning.
Yeah, I was solid, but couldn't last.
Okay, well, that photo, you're young, you look like tiny and skinny in that photo. That's why I didn't know if you're strong. I don't know, you're probably strong for a 15-year-old, right? But in the photo, you're just like a tiny little girl, right? So I thought it was strength too.
Yeah.
But it was the fitness aspect.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. What position did you play, by the way? I didn't even ask that.
Defensive center mid.
Defensive center mid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my job was see ball, get ball.
Shut down and pass and release.
Exactly.
Okay. And were you good at that in terms of staying disciplined?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was definitely my specialty, that position.
So you didn't run up and try and score?
I wasn't going to beat any fast players, that's for sure.
Okay. Did you score any goals in college? Mm-hmm. You did?
Yeah.
Like making runs or like off corner kicks?
I think more of my goals were scored with my head.
Okay.
My whole life than my feet.
Okay. Right. So like on set plays kind of deal?
Yeah.
Or what? Okay.
I had a natural gift for heading the ball. Okay. I don't know where it came from, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Awesome. So, let's kind of, you want to do any kind of shout outs of what people and followers out there can expect in the next like 3 to 6 months, what they can look forward to?
Yeah. I mean, if you just follow my Instagram account at Julia Glanz, you'll get a whole plethora of strength, health, and gratitude. And
those are the 3 pillars, right?
3 pillars.
Strength,
yeah,
health, and gratitude, right?
And make it a habit.
and make it. Wait, that's four. That's 4 pillars then.
No, it's not. It's making all 3 a habit.
Oh, making all 3 habits. Okay.
Duh.
Okay, fine. Strength, health, and gratitude, and
Yes.
making it a habit. All right, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you
and
for having me.
Oh, for sure. And we look forward to seeing you more often, maybe in pickup games and whatnot.
Yeah.
At least,
Definitely come out here and
soccer.
play.
All right.
Let's do this.
All right, cool. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.